Sonic.Exe has been prevalent in FNF mods since the release of Sonic.Exe Round 2. This created a trend that has led to an overabundance of mods based around this idea. What was once special has become a plague, but some have managed to make mods that shine through the wreckage. Today, I will be discussing a few EXE Sonic songs that stand out for their quality. If you enjoy this content and want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe. Souls is based on Sonic PC port, a reimagining of the original Sonic.Exe creepypasta. You face off against Lord X, a dark matter being from the void. The art is based on a fake anti-piracy screen in the PC port remake. It also has effects to make it feel like you are watching an old TV screen. Lord X is not happy with what you have done, but he still manages to find enjoyment in playing with you. Later in the song, he switches to his void form, pushing his pleasure by saying, The music is emotional and dramatic, and the vocals further this to create a tense atmosphere. The chart flows well, and the gameplay supports the mood in a unique way. Lord X's strum line sits on the opposite direction of your scroll setting, making his notes directly conflict with your own. It even pushes this with a verse that has him playing the opposite of your notes. I adore everything that this song is, but it has a consistent problem of Lord X singing more than he actually does, so I cannot say it is perfect. Eat this! Phantasm is technically not based on a creepypasta, but it and the next two songs are grouped together as a trilogy of EXE Sonic mods. You play as Sonic and sing against Fleetway's Supersonic. This version of Supersonic is hyper-aggressive, sadistic, and lacks restraint, forcing Sonic to frequently battle against Fleetway to keep him in check. Because Fleetway is an alter ego, you switch between him and Sonic, making for a song that has no opponent. The two are stuck to the same position, showing their differences in attitude through their expressions. The music is slower and partly somber during Sonic's verses, while being more tense and dark with Fleetway. And there are instances where one will sing with the other's music. Sonic's voice defines his struggle. And Fleetway's voice fits with his chaotic nature. The chart is a bit of a mess, and in quite a strange way. People can take whatever approach they want when making a chart, but it is important to keep things in mind. For me, those are the sounds of the voices, the poses of the characters, and the flow of the notes. Lucky Puppet seemed to have specifically focused on the sounds, neglecting the overall flow. This resulted in a lot of mini-jacks and a disproportionate number of down notes. Here are the tallies of each note. These will rarely be even, but a gap this large is questionable. In spite of this and the other chart issues, it is still enjoyable and an overall great song. Vessel is another Sonic PC port song, but this time it is between Lord X and Tails. Lord X, in his Faker form, welcomes Tails back to the game. Lord X holds that pose, has small movements, and the visible ground is the dry grass of his Green Hill Zone. The music recreates the dark, heavy, and distorted atmosphere of the game. Lord X has the same voice with slight adjustments, but what is Tails' voice? It works with the music, but not with the character. The chart is something. Despite the impact Lord X has with his vocals, there are multiple errors on his side. The flow is alright, although certain parts could have been better. Halfway through the song is where everything changes. Lord X ditches the faker form, but he brings in something much worse. He will lock your strum line, forcing you to input a random set of letters to unlock it. This idea is not bad, but its timing and being in tandem with health drain make it unforgiving. The timings do not give you much time before you have to sing, and when you have such little health, it feels unfair. The first occurrence is more generous, but it also occurs twice. If you do not finish the first set before the second set appears, you die. You could get lucky and have the same letter appear twice, but you should not bank on that. It also takes longer to retry the song because the game crashes when leaving the game over screen. Add on a more obvious error on Tails' side, and this song's gameplay is hard to handle. Sync is an original creepypasta with a different type of story. This Sonic got caught in the chains of an underwater mine and inevitably drowned. Through sheer willpower, much to his dismay, he lives on, trapped in a never-ending state of pain, suffering, and loneliness. His expressions are extreme, having his desperation on full display. He longs to see someone, a person who can save him, so much so that he sings with himself to try to save himself from his own loneliness. The environment is immersive with its effects and color, and defined through its finer details. The music has that feeling of despair with a dark undertone, and features classic Sonic sound effects relating to water. The voices fit the music so well and convey Sonic's pain. The chart has a nice feel to it, but there is one issue. Near the end of the song, it fades out briefly before fading back in, but the chart does not pair up with the vocals. The opponent's vocals fade out sooner because they are quieter, but the chart has them both return at the same time. I could see how either could work, but having them both creates a confliction. The game over is also unique since it does not stop the song. You still have inputs, but you cannot hit notes anymore. You can actually sit here and let the song finish even though you lost. It tells you to press R, which is the default keybind for resetting the song, but this does not work if the keybind is disabled. Aside from the error, this song is beautifully crafted. That is all the songs that I have to discuss. Here's a recap of my scores for each song. For the mass of Sonic.Exe mods, there are few that show a high amount of dedication, uniqueness, and quality. The plague emerged from people not caring enough about the quality of the product and simply trying to ride the trend. But the games that will remain and be remembered are those that truly stand out and show their dedication in their quality. Feel free to share your thoughts on the songs in the comments below. Until next time.